Well, we really missed on this one, chat. Back just in time, kinda. Nongshim on nope, Nongshim on attack, RRQ on defense. What are the comps?
And some stellar performances.
I think he was when he stole the land kill
record.
record.
Deadlock.
I believe he was playing Astra, and oh yes, it has. But she gonna be taking
oh
down
no,
Margaret.
these
Nice and elusive here, looking for a little bit more, but Xfero.
They got a waylay though. There's nothing really to set the waylay up to enter.
Scoops up the sheriff for himself. All of Nongshim now shifting back over towards his A site. Still gonna be triple stacked though by RQ as Xfero taking a really aggressive
what the hell?
position. He's just sprinting at him.
What happened here?
I think the smoke on the other side of the map might have convinced him that they weren't going that way.
Goes up and over the top here to Zombie now in heaven. Crazy guy, however, tucked in.
It kind of sold. It kind of sold the fact that there was a double hold on site though. Like they thought no one was even on site.
As Ivy now left alone with everything to do.
It kind of was an incredible bait.
But ends up falling. Jemkin starting things off with the right foot forward. Finds himself a 3K as RQ are 3 for 3 on the pistols.
Yeah, 3 and 0 on pistols.
Just good crossfires this time. You go on a bit of a fact-finding mission. Nice dodge there, using your own toxic screen to get around the drone. But pop flash didn't really matter too much there. Crossfire angles very difficult to deal with in that position. So well handled by RRQ. And
they decide to force into it as well. We got 4 stingers.
They're gonna try to.
I mean, they kind of got a better buy, really. Depends where the judge is. B's weak.
Saturate in the back.
This is a hard retake.
Receive it though. Everyone from RRQ is playing a bit more disconnected. Feel like they're wildly happy to try to go for a retake, but
Nongshim might feel like they have to take some map control just purely because of the guns, but they don't need to.
Off the rip here.
All goes over towards spawn, so at one point they're gonna have to try break this. It's gonna take this ghost a long time to break it.
At the ready here for Jemkin.
Oh, stun into salvos. That's nice.
Might have caught a glimpse there into.
No way. They should have. They stunned into salvos, but then gave him a smoke. Actually, they didn't give him the smoke. It was attack smoke, but you got to spam it probably.
Needing to clutch this out. The smoke dissipating. Persia about to be in the open.
It's a shame. Persia actually played it pretty well with that smoke.
Not going to allow
Nicely handled from RRQ, really. We got stun across here. You got salvos for this, salvos for under as well. All for the stun, so you're trying to double up your combo.
Basically for free, you're able to get your post plant set up.
Like RRQ have really been putting in work.
Along with the smoke to create a little cheeky play.
Wait, where was the other salvos? Maybe I was wrong here. Oh, other salvos was back of.
Able to cover each other really nicely. Cushy doing a great job. Oh my god. Stunned up, but with a Guardian, not that big of a deal. Backing up Jemkin's entry really nicely there. So
does Dust9 rank top 10 players in APAC? Yeah, he's number 1. Did you not see him earlier?
Teamwork looks really, really nice.
The best of the best, man. He's actually like crazy legit. Like obviously he needs to be more consistent for us to believe it, but he is probably in the top 10. I just don't know. I don't know where. I need to see more. It could just have been a life game, but I don't think it's a life game from what I saw.
Likely favored, and it's gonna be Crazy Guy. Never mind, who just wall bangs him out of position. So it seems like they kind of had an understanding of what they were going to try to do. Cushy does get taken down. Persia able to find that, but Sparrow cuts him in half. Slides down.
Instant reposition.
Margaret trying to stay tucked away. Sparrow pushing, finds one more. So, I was going to say spots him out, but it's far too late. He's overstepped. Ivy does find a nice headshot. Makes this a little bit more costly for RQ. Still, though, a 3v2. Crazy Guy just jiggling. Ivy needing to hit the headshot. He's able to tuck back. Fault line, not going to connect. Minor damage through the wall. Just the aftershock to slow the approach. Grab net there, Crazy Guy. Locked up for
they pick up the judge, they don't have B main control. They can do damage. I don't think they can win, but
that's gonna be tough.
They've only spotted one.
Yeah, it's gonna be really tough.
Any idea about Francis being on the site as well? So for now, that uncertainty.
Oh, they both go from heaven with the judge though. Hold up.
Splash. For the spot out, Monette finding Francis. The judge cannot be put to use.
Yeah, they still handle these situations well.
RRQ.
Gotta give them that.
Abuse. They get themselves another bonus conversion.
Yeah, and
they're just so
there a
impeccable.
gun upgrade
The
for the
patience there,
judge?
understanding that the judge have been forked
I think
over,
so.
making sure that you're layering the utility to clear that spot. The pop flashes, the stuns, everybody getting involved in that
We
final
now
kill.
got
That's
Yoru
still
ult
alive
for the first big
RRQ.
Byrons.
Just, yeah, understanding that maybe somebody had tucked in behind that wall. I mean, Persia's still able to find his, but Xpharaoh, I was a bit worried initially that they might try to set up a crossfire there, coming out of ropes on the top of Xpharaoh. But he just didn't quite register that he saw a gun. Maybe he was looking at the map or something. And, yeah.
Okay,
now
first
you're
big
still able
Byron.
to
One
just
person can
bank
get
up a
one
ton of
shot from the
money. Jemkin's
outlaw.
got his
Obviously,
ult
they have
already.
Jemkin with the
Things are
ult. So these
getting a
two
little bit
maybe
scary.
switch guns if they're
Outlaws
close to each
carryovers
other.
not going to be able to find the most amount of value, just innately with one shots. Only one player going to be vulnerable to that.
Wall up
Stamina.
Salvo to take heaven.
For now, though, Nongshim scaling forward. I mean, A site is completely open.
And you can play for retake, you know, having the Yoru ult.
Oh, well, second
Whoa.
shot will connect, and Ivy's going to be eliminated. Deadlock
Do
now
get a
out of
free
the
sight
equation
though.
here.
I definitely want to see these two trade
Spike
guns.
brought forward, plant here in the hands of Francis.
This
Gonna be 2 charges
retake.
away from having that Armageddon online, but right now there's just no ults to work with. Jemkin at the same time, while he is, you know, whittled away at taking a little bit of damage, he does have that dimensional drift, so can use that for the retake, and that's exactly what it's going to look to do. They're trying to flush him out here, but wires get crossed. Salvos to try to force a position. Cushy does end up getting traded, but it's hardly the kill that they were looking for, but Margaret and Persia start fighting back. Player advantage now in their hands. Margaret tacked
No
him, but
way
not
he
yet.
wins
A
that
hell of a
walking into the
headshot.
angle.
Just the 2 low HP players remaining on the side of Nongshim.
They got a smoke on the spike. It's
is
not the
played
best
before
plant for
either.
them all to go heaven.
I mean, it's just over. There's nothing more to be done. Surely.
Oh, damn. They really killed him through the smoke. Respect.
Did he have just enough of an angle to find the kill?
He must have.
Yeah, they just went to the edge of the...
Scrambled. I thought it was done.
They just went to the edge of the...
A rare flub from me.
The heaven.
I thought it might be a little bit different because I thought they were going to have to go a little bit wider on that angle. Yeah, but maybe they just was just enough.
Oh no, they spammed him pretty fast.
That was a great reaction from Margaret.
This one, Oh, he just swung out on rafters and managed to just absolutely nail the shot. Okay. My mistake. Either way, Nongshim now on the board. Solid effort there. As once again, Lightspeed just trying to take some space. Persia as well. TPing forward here in the mid. Checking the mail. Nothing going to be spotted here. As it's widely just been Monyet alone over towards this B site.
Portal closed. Cutting through.
Jemkin looking for that close quarters contact play. Sends out the TP, but that was a huge round for Nongshim. Their economy would have been busted. They weren't able to get that through. Wow, the fade away for Jemkin.
Just barely able to find it.
Yeah, a little bit
Crazy
lucky.
guy. Fault line. Gonna be sent, pushing up, finding Dambi. Hinder is there. Aftershock to try to keep himself protected. Francis trying to swing out.
Wait, Crazy Guy's still alive?
Obfuscating. Crazy Guy just dancing around the bullets.
Wait, Crazy Guy's still alive?
Gets in behind, and Ivy all alone here in Garage. And I don't think I'm gonna curse it this time. But surely the round is over.
Well,
say it with me,
Yeah, I
Slinky.
get it.
yeah.
Surely we can't
Why am I,
already
why am I
safe,
getting
I
called out?
There's just no money.
There is no money.
Crucial
not wrong.
ults to work with, as the Armageddon and that pit are available. So I think we kind of have to see a
I
timeout
think,
call from Nongshim.
I just don't think the Nongshim comp...
Widely, I agree.
I just
with you.
don't think
This
their
round
waylay
is just
makes
a lot
sense.
of really nice individual plays from RRQ.
And it's
Jemkin
not as much
playing
of
that
like the
angle early,
agent,
gets the fade
just
away,
what they're
catches
comboing it with.
his opponent Margaret just enough.
Like
off
what
guard.
what is
And then
what
the
is he meant
timing
to
there
do
from
here?
Crazy Guy, the smoke blooms. He just kind of pauses, sends out the fault line, catches Dambi just out in the open.
like the only
Falls
real
right
combo
back.
for the dash is
mean,
the
that
Omen Flash.
Really smothers this round out. Phenomenal stuff. And then the salvos to flush Persia out into the open for Monyet. Really, that was a good combo play. So, yeah, you're right. Timeout has to be
Yeah,
thought about.
I mean, I
Things
just
are
don't think the comp really works.
very difficult for Nongshim today.
I don't think both of their comps makes
And,
sense
you know, Vanessa was
for.
talking about, this has been
the,
a map that RRQ has
Waylay.
been widely
Really.
avoiding. They haven't really wanted
I
to
just
play
don't-
it. You know,
don't get
so
it.
as Nongshim, you're thinking, surely they don't like this map. Let's test them on it. Well, they're really
Be on during the Pacific segment. I think I'm doing all the segments of Platchat today. I'm kind of hoping for a 2-0 so I can get some clips.
And then you can put Monyet under his comfort of Astra. Phenomenal on that agent.
I've actually like been writing some notes so I can put some clips in.
And Nongshim toying around with the new agent, trying to get Waylay integrated, trying to get a way to figure it out. We have seen it in some other regions, you know, China, Americas, where some teams have had success with Waylay, but so far for Nongshim, I haven't seen sort of what I'd like to. And I think on this map in particular, without like a breach or something there to set her up, I think it's pretty challenging.
Yeah, it feels like for now, maybe just going to be Forsaken who's able to find the most individual success.
True. Don't be too harsh on your boys at Paper X. Right? It's alright. I'm probably going to be the only one having to defend him because I know everyone else is going to go in.
Seems like
there isn't too much to defend though. Well, no, there is a... I got a little bit of ammo, I guess. It's definitely easier to flame them than it is defend them at the moment. That's the issue. Problem is I've lost hope as well. So that doesn't help.
Space is going to be given up. Xferal pulls all the way out of vents.
We'll work it out. We'll judge it with how brutal everyone else has been.
This has been the way that a lot of these rounds have been playing out, and RRQ's happy to try to control the area outside of vents or at mail to shut Nongshim out of these rounds. They'll give you that mid space. They'll let the Taeho use the abilities early. I think now for Nongshim, maybe if you pause a little bit longer before you try to make your attacks, you can get those salvos back into rotation. Try to make something go off the back of that.
What's the play call here? 45 seconds remaining.
40 seconds. We got an A fake going on. You would imagine within the next 10 seconds. We're then a walk into B. Yoru, no TP. Big Jewel. Big Jewel. Do you get in the smoke in time? Spikes here. Kill both and you win the round. One. That's the round.
Able to go ahead and scoop the kill. Cosmic Divide now going to be
called down. That Dewey. Oh, we're fast with all of that.
They can't push forward. They bounce a concussion.
Monyet's showing off a little bit.
Lose on time, if not deaths. Fantastically done from Monyet.
Wow, really nice.
He will be the finisher to find the third. Gorgeous. You talked about the comfort. You talked about how smart.
Good reaction from him. Good reaction from him. And honestly, fast ult and Astra Psych.
Ivy doesn't feel comfortable wide swinging that angle, backs off.
Was the ult needed? It's not a comfortable round. The ult 100% secures it. Like, I'm so fine with it.
Thinking he might be safe, and Monyet just pressures him.
It's still early on in the game. Money's important.
With the Cosmic Divide. Absolutely.
Okay, let's focus on Nongshim. What are they actually doing with like the deadlock? Like, we got a deadlock. We got probably the best combo in the game right now.
Maybe minor in the long term, but
and we net salvos vents. Try get a kill. No one can take space off of it. That's a lovely kill. A good reply back.
Quickly traded out by Francis. So for now, advantage to Nongshim.
Well, and if you can just get that spike down, you know, and RRQ's assuming that they're going to try to make a play towards B because they haven't heard anything over there and they haven't really seen much going on in that part of the map. Instead, Nongshim just holding the line outside of A main. RRQ isn't pushed any further forward.
A little bit nervous for Nongshim still. Spike's pretty far away. But these guys are going to have to go early. They don't know about the double setup. You could ult this. You could ult this for sure. But the bait's strong enough.
Persia going to try his luck, but Crazy Guy has been absolutely unscouted.
They're just messing with their minds.
He's immovable.
Uh-oh.
Okay, maybe a bit of a timing here, so Francis is able
I mean,
to
not even the Crazy Guy's just like, well, he has to be over towards middle because I don't understand what he's doing otherwise.
Gonna be made a nice little coffin to be laid to rest in. 6-1.
Really rough round for Nongshim.
To ascent.
Dude, they gotta scrap this Waylay stuff fast. I think they just gotta go. I think they can use the same comps, just put a neon on, and it'll work better.
I believe that myself. And it's so many different things that they're doing, but Nongshim just has so many ults in this round, and they never get to use any of them. They're just chewing through ult cycles without any kind of ideas behind it. And, you know, credit to RRQ, they're kind of getting ahead of the curve a bit, catching them before they can even really use them.
Looking for a net play.
Oh boy.
Not going to get caught with it. Not going to take a lick.
Might be a free site though.
Just dip out. Downbeat still pushing forward. Persia TPing in behind. As drone going to be cleared, and somehow Downbeat does not get that elimination. Annihilation does go across. Is able to go ahead and grab up one. Jemkin, crazy guy, both going to be taken out. As Monyet will fall, and it's the best chance at a round victory that Nongshim has had since round 4. Cushy, however, salvos out. Margaret dead in the pit, dropped Ivy.
5 HP, 8 HP?
Sparrow clearing out the wall.
Oh, they're both so low HP.
13 health between the two of them.
Molly default.
What direction does he want to face?
Molly default or
Pushes
close
out of the
left.
smoke. Finds the first, looks for the transfer.
Oh my god.
And
Dude, I thought he was
by
going to own this.
the skin of their
I
teeth,
think he's got a Molly
Nongshim
somewhere.
will get the second round win.
Because you know it's a crossfire, and you know that this is the best pause for it.
He had it there for a second.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they should have mollied one of them. I would have been fine with a molly close left as well.
But it's
Whoa,
still
what's that?
so much committed.
Yep.
To be able to pull off the thrifty. Yeah. Just not much energy.
Okay, it's hard to repeat that with the amount of ults, but also at the same time, like the faster stuff seems to suit them a little bit better.
Quick dash again. This time not off the back of salvos, so trying to see if they could catch RRQ off guard. See if maybe Jemkin had shifted back over there. Oh, Sparrow.
Oh. Noting to Monyet. Able to tuck back. Net going to be used, but ends up going short of the mark. Ivy not wanting to push out of the nebula. Rotates away. Persia now going to be taken low.
But like, what are we doing?
Sent over towards Francis, not gonna connect there on the Francis,
Like, what
but
are we
just
actually, like, what is the plan here?
they connect onto his teammates.
You're just trying to take as much map control as possible.
Francis now once again.
You got one person taking middle on their own. You got one person taking B main on their own. You got the other 3 going over towards heaven, and the people going over towards heaven don't combo with each other.
Slowly and steadily is making his way across through
And
sewer.
your combos are split up.
Riding the rope up top, and right now, I mean, it's just not even an afterthought in the brain of Francis. Like Sparrow, no way.
My guy. Just, I was gonna say, please. Your coaches are furious right now.
Clean shot at the back there, so we'll just go ahead and
They
show
really
him
want to
some
win.
mercy with a bullet to the back of the head instead of a knife between the shoulder blades. But there's no mercy in this scoreline. 7-2 now.
What I love about the way RRQ is playing this map right now, there's a lot to love, but there's a couple big things. One of them is that they're willing to absorb contact over towards A, and then just kind of fight for A tower control because of some of the util they have.
Win one, lose the next.
They
Go
can
down
send
to
the
eco
Teo
again.
stuff. They can use the Yoru to keep them off balance. They can use the toxic screen. Oh boy, that's aggressive.
Yeah, just a self-flash.
Do you know that? Do you know what they actually did? They messed themselves up here. They popped the smoke too early.
Recoverable here.
Yeah, if you watch this again in slow mo, they're like this pops as the smoke is like just going up, so they didn't actually get blind, but the smoke wasn't up yet. But on the server it was, so it didn't blind anyone.
V-site now open. Monyet, crazy guy. The two to try.
Like one of the first mistakes we've seen RRQ make that is like custom.
A tongue twister, if you will.
Might have just invented one. The crazy guy will fall. And that's down to Monyet. Disrespects the Saint fight, creeps forward, looks for it, cannot make it
Betting your
happen.
whole
It's gonna be
stage 1 on
another
Waylay
thrifty
is crazy, but
here. Nongshim get themselves a 3rd round win.
so
Potential.
this is where it's like really
Still
important
yet
to have
make
someone in your
7-5
team that has like a good understanding
And
of
it's a
agents when
different
they
look
come
from
out,
RRQ where they heavily contest mid,
because it's
and they
like
pay the price. A nice little exchange
this is
of
after
fire there,
Teo.
using the util
Teams
to
lost
bait out
kickoff because
Persia.
they didn't bet on Teo,
That breaks things open
and so
for
teams are
Nongshim.
looking at this being
They're
like,
able
well, we
to
don't
score
want
the
to make the
gun,
same
use it to trade
mistake.
out Cushy, get through, get that man advantage.
Like
onto
they're
the
implementing
side.
Teo, and they're like, oh,
See if
this
they can
Jules
string a
looks
few more
okay.
together here.
Last time we had a dash was like Jet was broken.
You have a bunch of big ults for RRQ. You're almost another cosmic divide in cycle for Monyet as well. So this time they're gonna set up the crossfire. Those salvos. Oh,
okay,
Ooh, I like the double entry though.
He's able to find Jim, finds
Ooh.
Sparrow as well. It's looking like a 1-for-1 trade, but big show up there from Persia. To get Get them in with an advantage, and Cushy nearly getting timing, but still so fast to readjust.
Didn't take any damage.
But why is... Sure.
3v3 with things grinding to a halt. Monyet still here to try to hold things down. Jiggles out, spots one. Nebula immediately popped. Another star going to be set. So damn fast with Util. Net
Oh, just caught him. Oh, this gets weird.
Slowed up, grab well. Stop him from advancing forward. The salvo's just not
He's
in
gonna
position.
be perma-crouched there.
Actually able to find Crazy Guy. Monyet nearly finding the bolt as Ivy falls
Super
down.
winnable.
Looking for a timing. Can't make it happen.
Oh my god, what is that
Hits
HP?
Ooh,
2?
headshot there on Ivy, I believe. Takes him to 2 HP, but cannot stay alive. Nongshim continue to fight back. First time getting 2 consecutive round wins. If they can find a third, they will widely have rescued this half.
Yeah, it's another round.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
five's a
different
decent
look
half.
Again from RRQ to try to contest mid, and Persia's just having
And then
none of
honestly,
it.
the deadlock Teo combos on defense are gonna be way easier to pull
Clear some
off.
space and give Nongshim some really good looks. That was close. That was real close. If you got in that first one, who knows? But just enough of the ground in the way.
8
oh
ults.
Ivy looking to try to go for the ult, but ends up getting the fake and still is able to hold his ground, finding one, but Cushy fights back, finds 2.
Can they save him?
Ivy Francis both going to be that Crazy Guy caught up in the crossfire here. Is Spike still on the floor? Now going to be
Let's
grabbed
go
up.
wild.
Can be unable to chase fast enough there with the speed of light.
Oh, is the clone that was there? Oh, okay. Then why were they fighting so heavy for it? Dude, honestly, I got baited by it because I was like, why are they fighting so heavy if it's not a person?
Has to cancel though. Or is broken. Cushy continues to try to stave them off.
Are they gonna really read that?
Oh, Margaret.
Xfero's right there.
Jiggle peeks out. Just no hope in hell to scope in that fast.
No trade managed to get out of there, but they know there's 2 here, so they only don't know about 1 on A.
Cut through the vents, through sewer for Persia with the spike in hand.
Oh no, okay, no, they have full numbers for sure.
Screens. No chance of a punish here for Domby.
30 seconds left.
Just gonna wait. Make sure that they commit to this. Got to worry about that judge. Right there in the back.
Needs the rest of the team.
That's why they're pulling away.
Smoke dissipates. Xfero back around the corner.
Kinda gotta play close because Monyet has ult.
Be the one to try to take space here on the site. Through elbow goes Xfero. Monyet, Cushy out into the open. They pick a target each.
Yeah, they look
Find their
strong,
kills.
man. RRQ look good.
7-5 not to beat.
RRQ look good, and I
Fourth
just
to
don't
have
think the
RRQ
Nongshim
are
comp
out front
is
by 4.
like...
Yeah, but I mean, this
I don't think it
started
looks
to look
nice on
decent from
attack
Nongshim.
ever.
They started to get good ideas off the back of some of that.
They might be able to
mid-control
have a good
they were taking
defense
early,
here.
just constantly sending
Like, I
those
kind of
salvos
believe in
out
the...
to create space, and when they
in the
stopped
deadlock
doing
Teo,
that,
but-
they started setting up little trap plays for Persia. Open up some of these rounds. I mean, poor Yoru clone stuck in the cocoon.
You know, maybe it is time to nerf nerf Yoru.
Nerf Yoru?
Maybe we should stop the clones from being able to absorb critical ultimates such
I would
as
appreciate
the
that.
kill contracts, the annihilation,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of stuff.
I would appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Maybe that would be a good idea.
The clone is kind of strong. I just think they need to change the ult. That's
Either way,
my
though.
only thing with Yoru. I feel like the ult's
RRQ.
too strong.
Looking to give.
I don't mind everything
I mean,
else.
The best day of Valorant for Indonesian fans ever, perhaps.
Yeah,
Given what happened in the first series, given what's happening right now,
it is definitely looking to be that way.
SCA is picking a fight against
Yeah.
Korea, and they are winning.
They're angry. They're angry about the way that kickoff went, and they have come back in full force. And this makes me very, very happy. You know, as much as you don't really root for too many teams, you want to see some of these
Increase the
regions
price
step
of it
up,
by like 1.
and
Yeah, I'd be right
certainly
with that.
today,
Just something
with
small.
Boom earlier, RRQ now, they have definitely done that.
Oh, especially.
They nav into the ground so you can play other
Represented
agents.
ones, Vietnam.
Do you not find it
There
fun?
was Crazy Guy. He's back in, and my God, is he looking better than ever.
Had some really good moments with the breach util.
I guess if you got to play it
Just
every
in
map.
general, the way he's calling has been pretty good. Now it's on to them to try to take this attacker side. Nongshim desperately needs a pistol win. And it's looking like some kind of big A push. All
Dude, they
five
got
members
the
of
combo
RRQ
here
are
though.
Here, and they're looking to send the fault line. It looks out early.
Wall goes in. If they start to break the wall, you
So
can
let's see what they
probably
wanna
have
do.
some
They're gonna
kind
see
of
it. Looking for anybody trying to
Okay,
play off the back of it.
salvos
Jemkin's gonna hold the angle where they try
with
to
the
clear
grab
it.
net.
Ivy's got the grab net. See if he wants to try to throw this
Oh my
over.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh god. Oh god, where are the salvos?
Everybody off a little bit more than he can shoot, but looking for the grab net set up with
Holy,
those
it could have been
salvos.
way
Monyetta's gonna
worse,
take it down.
but almost 2.
A little bit of extra chip damage there as well on to Cushy.
It could have been so much worse.
Down to 15.
Like we said, this combo's gonna be a lot easier for them to do
Charge
on
was huge.
defense.
The opening pistol as they look for the stun. Can't quite find the elimination. Dombey just forced down into the vent. Minor amounts of damage taken. So Ivy lingers back behind the screen.
Locating targets.
Yeah, if Ivy oversteps,
Gonna get the spot onto a couple players in heaven, but oh, what a drive-by by Francis.
Strips across, peeks at back.
Calm.
Sparrow on the floor. Francis potential for an ace. If he can find
this is
them.
nice from Ivy though. Hid the whole time,
Crazy
waited for the
guy,
regen. As soon as the
Cushy
pressure from
joining
heaven
together
through the grab net
It's
towards
likely gonna
floor
be a
as
cut
well.
across towards that B site. Seems like it's going to be the case.
That makes sense. You know, you've got at least 3 players working around there. Francis quick to get through sewers.
Okay, well, they got no time
Might
really
even
for
be able to
this.
prevent it just on time.
Liberteo just has to absolutely send it.
Okay, well, is able to find one. Stun. They try to slow him up. Dombey, however, still able to find one at Cushy. No real
He'll be
hope
happy with the plant.
with that little HP.
It's going to be
Pistol,
interesting because
first one
Nongshim,
of the
as long
set
as RRQ
for
don't
Nongshim.
force into this, there's
Get
going
them
to
up
be
to
a
5.
bonus, and they're probably going to
On
do
the
some
road to
cool
recovery
aggro thing
here
over
on
towards
split.
A with the bonus. We'll
and,
see.
Off the rip, this is something I actually thought they might do earlier when Monyette got caught outside a B door with a
The
grab
first
net,
round
but
where
I
we've
thought they might
seen
send
3
those
grab
salvos
nets
on
into
top
a
of
round,
him.
if we
Instead, they
include
use it
that
to
last one.
clear some space around
I'm going to
where the
include that
grab
last
net
one.
landed. And this time they get the combo to go. Monyette just screwed. And it hurts to lose your Astra like that.
Yep.
Especially on a pistol round.
Yeah, if they got the other salvo a little
Love to
bit
have those extra
shallower,
layers of smokes to try to scale
it
this
might have
one.
been like 4. Oh my god.
Okay.
That was a ghost.
I mean, sometimes
Oh my
Sometimes you get
god.
lucky.
Yeah.
sometimes you play roulette and you get a direct hit on your number.
That's,
Yeah.
I mean, Dombey style. So again, the early barrier mesh.
Yeah, needing to clear this. Not exactly the gate crash location that you want. There you go. Now it can fly through. Does get spotted and cleared, however.
That's interesting. It is a good counter to the Yoru. Now that you start kind of seeing what Nongshim has thought through. So RRQ might have to make a different adjustment with where the TPs are going to be leading into the next round. But they're just going to stack up through mid. Dombey.
Hey, wait, they might farm this.
Yep.
Sending out the saturate. Hinder will expire. Pop flash sent into the nebula. Is Persia going to be distracted? Eyes, however, not turned away here from Margaret. Persia on the repeat, able to find one. Paranoia
A
goes
great
across.
flash.
Cushy going to be caught by that. As I do believe it's Jemkin. Either way, easy pickings there for Dombey. As they're looking for a flawless here. Just Sparrow
30 seconds left.
stuck here on the Raptors. Realistically, nowhere to go, and Dombey will peek back in.
Okay, let's have a
finds
little
the
think.
shots, maybe starting to come alive here.
Nongshim,
Is this waylay?
bonus rounds. They're going to go aggro because they have a waylay. And it's either going to be something mid over the top here
Yeah, so
or
the
something
deadlock
over
giving you a
towards
lot
A.
of control, in these early rounds,
I'd be incredibly surprised
against
if
the
they don't do
weaker
anything
buys.
aggro.
and they're able to kind of force
Like first 10 seconds,
their
they're going to
opponents
send
the
it
other side of the
somewhere.
map. They're able to take B main control and just kind of wait
So
it
I
out.
want to see where, and I want to
Shut
see if
everything down,
RRQ
nicely
are going to be
handled
ready for
by
it.
Nongshim. See if they can string some more together. See if they
Wait,
can
they
get a
might not
bonus
go
of their
aggro.
own. Guardian, a couple stingers, a couple bulldogs.
I'm really
Round
surprised.
over round, these last two, Dombey has doubled and then doubled again. His kill
Damn,
count,
I'm
so
really
This
surprised.
continues.
If there's
I thought they'd be
exponential
sending
growth
it.
like that.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Woo.
Trap in. Well,
Oh,
double peek. Jiggle there
Kinda
from
nice.
Ivy. Perfect bait. Jemkin ends up falling.
Get some freedom to duel because of the
covering
one-way
gets there.
deeper.
seems like a bit of a mistake.
No one really one-ways that, ever.
You know,
Shrug that off.
Yep.
Regen shield in.
well, for now, RRQ has to figure out how to get through onto the site without Their entry agent.
Why'd you go aggro there? I think they
It's gonna
thought
be real annoying.
there wasn't a heavy
there.
holder on middle, to be honest.
Seemingly though, a little bit of breathing.
And they
room.
thought the one
Garner,
way is like fake pressure to
they
be.
want to get through. Ooh,
I mean, I kind of thought they were gonna go aggro on the side,
Trey just
so
a bit off.
they might have thought the
Saturate out
same.
again. Look at the try to get the slow, get the salvos out. RRQ able to dip away from those. Stay safe here for the moment. It's Persia.
Strong pose.
Heaven. Crazy guy. Just
Great flash.
Paranoia connecting onto both. The drop down the site, firmly in control of Nongshim. Bunyet trying to open things up, but that smoke just sticking around for far too long. Can't find a damn thing. 15 seconds remaining. Looks like RRQ just
You guys gonna save this?
away and save these weapons. Nothing
Looking
more to be
clean
done.
at the moment from Nongshim.
Converting the bonus in flawless fashion.
Great stuff. They're really well drilled on their defensive protocols here.
Isabella, thank you so much for the gifted. Thank you
Save
for that.
flawless.
Oh,
Still not. Okay, never mind.
last one.
Thank you so much, dude.
Expecting someone's going to try to play off the salvo pressure there. So they do manage to find one more, but Nongshim not going to be bothered by that whatsoever. One away from tying things up.
I was kind
Yeah,
of
and the
there might
money's
be a
great.
timeout from RRQ. Wouldn't mind seeing them hitting the stop button for a brief moment, but Ewok's gonna let it go. I mean, he's got to be feeling good with how they played throughout most of today, and maybe give Crazy Guy a chance to try to kind of rally the troops on his own. Would be a great confidence builder for sure if Crazy Guy was able to find a way to break through. Ivy gonna throw the sonic sensor a little bit further forward this time. He's been setting it up mostly towards Mail, but he's gonna kind of anticipate that maybe there's gonna be some mid-pressure attempted by RRQ, set up for a trap play for Persia. They've done a great job with that in mid.
Yeah,
giving
Nongshim
Persia
mix
the
up their one way.
opportunity to
They're
play
fighting
off
middle
contact,
kind of
bring up
heavy.
someone's
Every
utility,
single time it's
find
like
kills.
one kind of fast layer with the Omen smoke and
Persia.
deeper layer. Using the Viper smoke over
Taking the
towards
bait
B.
here.
What if that was Jemkin? He's
Well,
checking. He's double checking.
He would have ended up dying is what would have happened. Francis making some noise here around A main as all of RRQ getting grouped up aside from one yet who still sat back.
Oh, okay.
The attack, saturate, sent to try to slow up the approach, and Jemkin, he
Really
just got nowhere
nice,
to
though.
go, but 6 feet under.
Waylay stun to that. Oh, we saw that big spam, surely.
Sparrow eventually will get caught.
30 seconds left.
As RRQ is starting to lose the plot.
I feel like RRQ need to
Cushy
just do
dead.
the
Spike on the floor,
Sentinels
20
default on
seconds remaining. It's
Heaven.
going to be another round from RRQ where they have to just sit back and watch this clock drain down.
Looking too hard to
This
enter
is
the
so
signs.
impressive, the amount of utility.
No rounds
that
even
you
look
can
close so
throw at your
far.
opponents. Just deny them any ability to make entry onto the site. I mean, it's salvos, it's snake bites, it's grab nets, it's concusses, it's the waylay utility. I mean, there's so much stall and delay built into Nongshim's comp. And so far, RRQ just still struggling to figure out exactly how they want to deal with it. All right, I see. What was that? The cat.
Spray.
I know, but I wasn't ready for it.
Well, right now RRQ is not ready for this defending side.
They got to force
So
through middle.
timeout will be called.
And that's what this call is.
Tied up
They
at
either need to force
8.
through middle or, to be honest, the safest thing here is just to
This is
do.
a scary
I imagine
prospect.
they have
Nongshim
it, just the
starting to find their
Sentinels
footing
default
again.
over towards Heaven.
I think you need to be a little
Salvos,
bit more
TP,
proactive with
Flash.
some of your, this is going to sound kind of weird, but your Astra smokes? Because I think you need to kind of back Nongshim a bit further
Or do they
off,
early
keep it so
drone
that
it?
they
I can't
can't
even
be in a
remember what their
comfortable
default is.
position to choke you out of some of these spots on the map. You're gonna
Because
have
then
to
you
be a
can late
little bit
take over
more
towards middle. If you
diligent,
take
I'd say, with some of that, because every time you've tried to make a move,
Heaven
there's
control.
always a player there that's just going to lob a bunch of utility in, and then they can spray through and get kills.
Hello, Mini.
So maybe that's
How we done?
part of the equation, because everything you've tried has not gone good. Mid control, not there. A control, not there. I mean, it's so
Jobra's
tough because
smiling.
wherever the
Yeah, I mean,
deadlock
they're
is, it
actually
just
in a
feels
good
like
spot.
You can't get through with the way that Ivy's been playing. So that really limits
Yeah, that's it.
what RRQ has
Definitely
been able
going
to
A heaven.
accomplish.
A
You're
heaven
always
with a
gonna be
lock
scared
on
of
mid,
some kind of
maybe.
trap play. Try to clear the barrier mesh. Well, there's a grab net into Salvos.
Ooh, I like this from Nongshim. We change it up.
Well, good luck for, good news for them, I should say.
Really cool. Viper smoke's been over towards B. They've been using Omen smokes for middle this time. Viper smoke over towards middle. And we're just refreshing the Omen. 45-second one way over towards there.
Well, and you can see that Nongshim said it during that timeout. Look, they haven't really tried B too much.
Genji not good.
Some extra defenses there. It's kind of where we're anticipating.
Genji not good.
They're gonna go, but I would say, yeah, after you see that drone with the Teo over there, Teo hasn't been at B at all. If Crazy Guy can kind of parse that information,
Boom did some good stuff.
They might be able to find the weak side towards A.
Yeah.
With a push up, the flash is there, and Margaret completely blind.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, Moniette plays off it beautifully. Finds one to get RQ into an advantageous position.
Yo, stop.
Still quite a bit of work to be done though in the round.
Their time's ticking.
So I'm going to be cleared out. Grab net sent, avoided. RQ continue to work their way across over towards the A site. Ivy still going to.
I mean, rotate does come in here.
Left on his own, but everybody else.
They're gonna get 3. We've got 15 seconds. They tanked the Omen flash. 2 on site, maybe 3 on site. 10 seconds now. Still not through heaven.
9 seconds remaining. Not being able to find one. Crazy Guy answers one back, but they have
Dude, why is my spike going that way?
Trying to go through elbow. It's over. They've absolutely squandered it. They find the opening kill.
Come on, guys. We're better than this.
And then they wait so long to make a decision, to make a call. And Nongshim now licking their lips.
Oh, for sure. This looked like they might have finally had it. You get that opener, a nice flash setup from Moniette. And then they just kind of gambled that nobody's
It's a lovely smoke from Persia, though.
They gambled wrong.
Lovely smoke, but at the same time, it's like, dude, they took so long, and then
really been able to find the answers, but credit to Nongshim.
Final 10 seconds.
Phenomenal defender
Spike
setup
pass
there.
elbow.
Yeah, no way that's gonna work. Salvos,
Okay, they got the combo out of them early though.
Meanwhile, Nongshim is backed up a bit, trying to put some attention in towards mid. Teleport
EB
out,
back a site, dude. How is this the first time we've seen this? This is like what the comp's made to do.
There's the wall.
Ah, that's nice though. They TP towards back of site and then they just insta-tail ult them. But now they can't do it again. So I think you just run the strat back.
Keep the rest contained back. They're gonna have to likely save again.
They should.
Maybe they try to play it out or pick up here for Crazy Guy. 2 charges away. Salvo's going to be sent, and it looks like Xfero's going to start working his way across towards his A site, which has been completely evacuated, left open from the side of Nongshim. But they have a 2-player advantage, and yeah, you can see this is where it comes to an end. Nongshim will get to double digits by just widely finding opening kills and having RRQ take way too much time to make up their minds.
Yeah.
For sure, that's part of it. Ooh, this is a oh god, Crazy Guy. Okay.
He's not going to be ready for this,
Even
though.
if he dies, he gets his Rolling Thunder.
Oh, he is going to. So Rolling Thunder in death can save that. It's the one consolation,
like,
the one silver lining you can glean from this round.
Money's so low. Two people have to take a hit.
Still.
Got like Guardian, light armor.
Here on this attack. Nongshim looking fantastic with this defense.
And it's like change-ups and ideas. The way that Ivy hangs on to that barrier mesh in this round and uses it to cut off.
Second timeout.
Yep, I don't blame him. It's got to stop now. But that barrier mesh was so brilliant. It completely cuts off the execute. Ruins everything that RRQ wanted to do. Just one barrier mesh, one PCU tilt.
Yeah, the deadlock looks good at the moment.
People forgot about deadlock. Well,
yeah. That's what we were saying earlier.
Map, at the very least, still damn good.
We had it in our top 4 broken agents
I don't know.
at the moment.
What can you do as RRQ with everything you've tried as failed?
ISO, Teo, deadlock
I
Vice.
mean, maybe just something explosive, something pacey, anything in the kitchen sink.
It's just so many pieces of utility.
Yoru? Yeah,
Nongshim
Yoru's
to
strong.
slow
I think
down
the other 4 are better at the moment,
those pacey hits,
personally.
unless they just get a complete misread.
Obviously, it's like
Oh, it's
dependent.
true.
You gotta have
You
flashes
have
in
to-
your team.
The hard part is you have to figure out
And
where
some
the
kinda-
deadlock isn't.
Yeah.
Like all 4 don't
And
work
that's why
together,
it's
I guess
tough.
is what
So,
I'm saying.
You know, the pacey hit, first figure out where the deadlock is, and then you can make the play off.
Lofar still thinks
Opposite
Deadlock was
side.
nerfed.
But they gotta keep it in
How?
pacing.
How could you
Well, Rolling
possibly
Thunder, but
think
not
that
much
that's a
behind it.
nerf?
Jemkin one away from having his ult online. Maybe if you could secure an orb.
That's impressive, man.
Send him
That's
on a scouting
impressive.
mission.
I don't
Go
even
for
know
the
how
Rolling
you could
Thunder off
argue
the
it.
info gathered.
Because the
Storm
Gravnet's
aside from
smaller,
there.
mate, it's tiny.
But Downbeat,
Like the
he's in
it
a
didn't
good
even
spot to
lose
try to
much
slow
of
them
its
down. Convergent pass is online.
nade. It's still giant. Minches, hello mate. Hope you're doing well, Minches. Thank you the
He's
tier 1.
at the
Appreciate the
ready with it.
32 months. Good to see you, bro.
So waiting to pull the trigger. Wall going to be sent there in mid, so we know where the deadlock is.
Gotta try to clear it.
Poison dropping on yet. Unable to find the timing, unable to find the shot. Margaret cuts back around the opposite side of that B pillar. 3-man approach here in mid. Downbeat, the one to try to slow it down. Some salvos sent. Forces him back down the vent. Ivy taking some space there.
They
and
never
Bale
actually,
lightly
like-
able to ignore the clone. 45
I
seconds
feel like they
remaining.
use util, but they never
Given how
actually
things
like
have been going,
take
we have to keep a
mids.
very diligent eye
They
on
make
that
this
clock.
smoke look like the strongest thing ever in middle. And it is strong, but
They use the ult.
You
in
know,
the mid.
sent hinder out onto these players.
guys, we're gonna run out of time again.
More time bought.
Let's just start
15
spamming
seconds gone.
melons
No
already.
space gained. 30 seconds now remaining in the round.
This has to be a perfect execute towards B.
Rolling Thunder going to be sent. It's a clip here onto Ivy. He's down on the site. Margaret looking back, swinging out, ends up falling. Cushy able to find one,
Hold
turns
up.
back, finds another. Spike, however, still in the
Can
garage.
Spike get there?
Now
Oh,
on the
Spike's
board,
down again.
Ivy
Oh,
and
God.
Persia. They turn it on its head. Cushy doing his damnedest, but it's not damn near enough.
Ah, man.
The round is over, and it looks like this map is as well.
Oh, the
Nongshim
map
get to
is over,
11,
yeah.
And RRQ have no clue what to do.
BTW, thank you so much. Thank you.
And just
BTW2
nothing they
with the
can dial
prime
up seems
with the
to
2
go correct
months.
when you finally get a
Marcus, your favorite name?
some
Yeah, it is a
sign of
banger.
hope. When Cushy finds some big kills, there's still 2 players.
Dude,
stuck
even
in the
that's
smoke.
happening.
Ivy guesses correctly where Monet's going to be standing.
Nah, he saw
Just
him.
gets him through the spam and is able to adjust for the player stepping out. And Ivy able to hold on, but they couldn't scale off the back of that Rolling Thunder through Garage. They're just stuck. And
Who's next?
yeah, you're going to try the ult this time.
Dimensional drift, just spotting one. Gate crashes back over here towards A. Salvo's now going to be sent out. Try to cut off the rest of the team.
Hello?
Dimensional drift, running thin.
Oh my
Point blank.
goodness.
Francis says, thank you very
Dude,
much.
where's the rest of my
Finds another
team?
crazy guy dead on the cross.
Someone get in sight.
Over towards ramp.
What did they have to deal with?
Player advantage. Nongshim
The deadlock wasn't even there.
looking for map point. Monet
Was it-
down to 11.
They got Teo mollied off.
That was
For that
just
long, though?
very awkward. Trying to get the setup.
Xfero's now pinned. Wall to try to get across. Tiny
I
bit
will
of
say
damage
that the
taken.
Viper deadlock
It looks like it's going to be the case again.
Teo
Money
is
on
kind of
Jemkin,
strong
money
on defense
Crazy
at the
Guy.
moment.
No health on Monet.
This feels like
Omen
the
Flash? Yeah, they
most
master got Omen Flash.
attacker side saves I've seen.
But I'm not
in a
sure.
half
I'm not sure they could have got Omen
they
Flash. I
just-
thought the Omen was
I mean,
rotating.
this time it's kind of a little bit of disjointedness there. So you're trying to set up the stun off the back of the Yoru dimensional drift into him, you know, pulling out the shotgun close range and taking out his opponent, but
Are we doing
the stun
pick'ems for
misses, and
EMEA? I'll do them
Francis just
tomorrow.
is already looking at Jemkin when he's coming out of the drift, and he had bumped into Jemkin, I think, at some point during the drift. Kind
We'll
of
do all the week too tomorrow.
Margaret.
Honestly, I need to look at them. I think I could do pick'ems
Push.
for
Looks like the answer's gonna
our
be
chat
no.
today.
Doesn't want to risk it.
All right, 4 chances,
Who could
and
be
you
waiting
would
for him,
imagine
and then
this doesn't
spawning
even
on
go
you. He
to
is one away
3.
from having a
This
cause
looks
to
so
fight online, but
convincing.
Nongshim now,
Every single defense
they're one
round.
away from taking us over to Pearl. What a rally back. Flawless in this second half.
Yeah, I thought the defense would be good, but I didn't think
RRQ
it'd be
have
like
just been
this.
round over round, just running around like chickens with their heads cut off.
Yeah, I
No
mean,
clue what's happening around
No,
them.
they aren't.
and you could see Crazy
They aren't
Guy
taking a
there
risk.
trying
Like
to
they make this smoke middle
dissect his
look like the
way,
best
trying
thing
to
ever. They invest the smoke,
figure
they
out some
invest
way to peel through this
salvos,
Nongshim onion,
right?
but
And they still don't force through it.
it is fruitless.
Like you just gotta go.
Nothing they can really do. Trying to create some mid pressure, but there goes the barrier mesh. So maybe that's the goal. If you could get that popped out, you know where Ivy is. Now you
Oh
can try
yeah,
to play
Pearl.
around
I
that a
mean,
bit.
Pearl's gonna be up for grabs.
Be careful. Contest for the spy, or excuse me, the orb, but
Every time the
spike in
smoke
the
has
hands
this gap in it.
of Cushy. They try to wrap towards the other side. They have to use the salvos to clear garage because they have no idea what's going on in there. That's a huge tool, potentially, for an execute out of their hands. So are they just going to pause and wait the clock out again?
What a way for this to come to a conclusion. That's going to be the case. Crazy Guy is going to be taken down here. Ivy finding two, bringing this to a swift ending, it would seem.
God,
Spike on the
I tell you
floor,
what, chat.
one yet on a flank.
I'm not even
Xfero
sure any
on
of
the
these
A
rounds
site.
were close.
There's nothing more.
What was the
realistically
closest
to be done
round?
unless Monyet goes absolutely nuclear right here, right now. Finds the first. 34 more seconds. 2 more players in mid to try to deal with. He cannot make it happen. Xfero with 21 HP. Finds one. Realistically, though,
Spike drop
no
round,
open
1 and
hell.
B.
13 to 8. As it is a colossal
God, they wrecked them.
streak from
Honestly, that's a
Nongshim
lockdown on defense,
to
though.
take us
Do I
into
think that
a
RRQ
map
made this
3.
look a little bit better than it was? For
That is one of
sure.
those
They were just
maps
way too scared of
that
middle.
I think RRQ is gonna
Like they were
find
just way too
difficult
scared to
recover
actually
from.
take anywhere.
It was a flawless defender side from Nongshim.
They would like use util, but not even go for it.
Extremely impressive. And it all revolves around that deadlock and the way that you're able to